and quite the decade it was. There's been so many different things that have gone on in the last 10 years, which I don't know why we even make videos about a decade, because there's nothing really defining of it except the word decade. Other than that, it's just a giant chunk of time. So of course you're gonna have like super huge moments and super insignificant moments, just like any chunk of time. Let's see, I went through 2 serious relationships. I went through 3 serious breakups, like heartbroken. I got my first apartment. I got my very first big kid job. I got my very first car off the lot. What else? I mean, I got top surgery. My mom died. My relatives were deployed and then came back from the military. Went through a couple dogs. And this is where I want to shift into consistency when it comes to things like this, because if we want to talk about pets, I gotta give a shout out to my snake, Mr. Ava Beyonce, because it is 11 years strong. We've been together. So he's been with me through this entire decade of all of these ups and downs. And I would like, you know, shine the camera on him right now, but he's literally doesn't want anything to do with me still. That fucker has been around for everything. And he doesn't like to cuddle. He doesn't even like me. He seriously just uses me for like food and shelter. Obviously, I've met some super cool friends. And most importantly, I want to talk about the ones that I still have. I can safely say a decade ago, I still have, you know, the same handful of friends that I did 10 years ago. Let's take it back 2 decades. Like, I still have a couple of my friends from, you know, back when I was a teenager, and I still treasure our relationships even though we're so far away, and, you know, we have families and we're busy, and that's just life. So what really defines this decade for me? I don't really know. To be completely honest, my defining life has been in the last 5 years. So I guess it'd be this half a decade where I realized, like, fuck everybody around you. You could have friends that are more like family and family that are more like friends, and vice versa, and shitty people that are in your life and you're supposed to like them. It's not the case. I think that the biggest thing I learned this decade is to stop giving fucks about shitty people. And not just that, but also about regular people that don't even impact your life. Like, go out and be whoever you want to be, and let people judge you all day, every day. God knows, like, I literally am a walking billboard unicorn. Everyone should just respect each other's choices and of how they want to live their life, and the people that they want to bring into their life, and, you know, and also the people if they want to kick you out of their life. Like, it's all about literally just loving yourself and letting the right people into your little orb to help you love yourself even more. I don't know, is that like a fortune cookie? I don't know. For me, my New Year's Eve is always my birthday. My birthday's in the summer. So this is kind of just, it's all the hype with everybody's energy being like, oh, 2020 is gonna be new and blah, blah, blah. And I'm gonna, you know, all the New Year's resolutions and shit. You can't help but feel the energy from it. But ultimately, like, my New Year's was in July. And this is just like a revamp of like, okay, let's remember what our New Year's was in July. Let's like keep it going. And everyone around you, you know, they're just like super hyped up on what's about to come. And so you kind of feed off that, which is nice. But I definitely, in the next 10 years, I think this is gonna be like the decade where I look back on the previous decade. And like, I feel like this previous decade that we're closing out is like my teenage years in terms of like mental and like maturity and mental, physical, spiritual, all of that I feel like was my teenage years in this past decade. And I think in another 10 years from now, I'm gonna look back on this upcoming decade and be like, whoa, like I really like fucking killed it. Yeah, like, cause now I'm like entering like adulthood into this next decade, and I feel confident with who I am, what I want in my life, what I don't want in my life, where I want to go. I think about like who I kissed going into this decade and how wrong this person was for me, and who I really wanted to kiss. And then I think about all of the people I kissed this decade, and I can't really add it up because like, obviously there's too many. And I'm not bragging. I mean, come on, it's 10 fucking years. Like, come on now, throw me a bone. Like, I have 12 hours till midnight right now, and I'm gonna be in a room with some very, very good friends of mine, and also a bunch of strangers, and we're having a small gathering, and it's gonna be just like chill, and just new friends, new faces, and old friends, and cute faces. I don't know, like, I got 12 hours till midnight, and I have no idea who's gonna be my New Year's kiss. I would like it to be like a really cool circle and be like, the person I kissed to start the decade is the person I'm kissing at the end of the decade. But to be completely honest, I'm truly happy that is not the case. I gotta go. That's all I gotta say. I hope everyone has a good New Year's, and I'll see you in 2020. Bam, we're done.